Now, were you living on this boat?
We were living on the boat.
You didn't have any other place to go?
No.
Well, where'd you go to the bathroom?
There is, you can
The
walk.
fish are not unhappy, are they?
You know about a residential block is about a residential block. That's how far it was to the marina bathroom. So you'll walk a residential block to the bathroom and walk all the way
Well,
back.
you must have pretty good bladders. What about the middle of the night?
It's the same.
Anyway, it's quite a walk.
Same
You
thing.
get most of your exercise in the night.
And it's cold.
Robert did purchase 5 toilets, and he purchased 2 very large of the sanitation hose. And he had measured the boat. He'd actually come on a second time to measure the hoses on the boat. He said to me, I've pulled all of the hoses on the boat. But what he did, which is egregious, is he only replaced 12 inches, and the rest of those hoses underneath were old. And so this is a new hose, a brand new hose. This is what they should look like. And this is a sanitation hose that was on the boat. He lied to us, point
Mr.
blank.
Harriet,
So,
did you do that?
In
Did you
the back of the boat in their bedroom, it was one of the hoses I couldn't get pulled out. It was the one that I left where I left a 12-inch strand on it.
The entire boat had old hoses. In fact, Mike cut them, and you can see this is brand new white. Every hose was an old sanitation hose except for 12 inches. So that, again, was an outright lie.
Well, on that note, I'm going to say we've flushed out the issues here. So at this point, we're going to excuse the parties while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think the plaintiffs are entitled to all of the money that they're asking for, and here's why. Based upon the defendant's testimony, it seems obvious to me he assumed certain things that weren't accurate, and as a result of those assumptions, his reach, in a sense, fell short of his grasp of the enormity of the issues that would be involved with respect to this boat. The work obviously was not done in a standard and a level that was acceptable, and I think that the plaintiffs are entitled to everything that they claim with respect to this. And the defendant's answers, he expressed his remorse in a sense that, yeah, I screwed this one up, and I think he did.
I agree with you. I mean, he agrees with you. He said he made a mistake by not knowing the proper voltage. He only inspected this boat for about 10 to 15 minutes before writing this estimate. I think he knows he didn't do enough diligence.
Right.
And so it's on him.
Right.
And I agree. He didn't put up too much of a fight. I think he kind of knew his limitations, and he was in over his head. He was drowning, to say the least.
I like that.
This court is again in session.
All right, we've reached a verdict. Actually, it's unanimous. Mr. Carrier, we think that what happened here, is to use some water analogies, is that you were in over your head with respect to this boat. And as Judge DeMango said, you were drowning, actually. And it was because of your lack of due diligence initially. I mean, had you properly assessed the work that would have been involved, and had you made a proper assessment of how much time it would take, I think that you and the plaintiff, who seemed very reasonable, could have worked things out. And quite frankly, you were quite, I say, remorseful in a sense, in that you did acknowledge that you kind of missed the boat.
Yes.
In this particular case. And so therefore we feel that the plaintiff is entitled to the full amount that you've asked for in your complaint, and verdict is in your favor for $5,000.
This courtroom is now in recess.
He was in completely over his head, and honestly, I wish he had come to us and said that. We got the feeling it was happening.
I misanalyzed the system on the boat. It was mainly a mistake on my part.
He just told a lot of lies because I don't know if he was embarrassed or what was happening.
It's my fault. I should have looked at it.
It is absolutely ridiculous.